Steps in. Kevin Gausman ready to fire, and the first pitch is up and away we go.
Yeah, 94 from Gausman. That's going to be right around where he sits with the fastball. Can run it up there a little bit higher when he needs it.
It's been a couple of years since Gausman has faced the Brewers. He pitched against them here in June of 23. Bounced around a little bit in his career, but a guy who was once released ends up signing a huge deal with the Blue Jays that has 1 year remaining next season. And he's turned himself into one of the more reliable starters. And already 27 starts this year, Vinny. He's been a durable guy, too, for a pitcher in his mid-30s.
Yeah, 27 starts. I mean, he is just racking up the innings. 5-year, $110 million deal that you were talking about. But it is the fastball split combination that has been his arsenal ever since he got over here with the Blue Jays, and it's been a good two-pitch mix. He does mix in the slider as well occasionally.
Terang with 2 hits last night extended his hitting streak to 12 games. So Terang has had 3 long hitting streaks this year of 12, 14, and now another one that is in progress at 12 in a row. And Terang will make a strong case for Player of the Month in the National League in August. 9 of his 15 homers have come in the month.
Yeah, it's going to be between him and Kyle Schwarber, you would think.
Yeah, Schwarber is putting together some huge numbers for sure. A swing and a miss. He got him. There's the splitter. And Terang strikes out. And that's how the day begins for Kevin Gausman. Jackson Chourio back in that starting lineup. Last played on the 29th of July. Brewers had just a 2-game lead when he went on the injured list. They are 6.5 up as we begin play today. And Chourio on the first pitch, deep into center field. Straw is back, and he leaps and makes the catch. Oh my goodness. What a play. Not just the jump, but the ground he covered. That was impressive. That'll be the best of the day in the big leagues.
You got to be kidding me right there with that play, especially with Jackson Chourio trying to, reestablish himself and say, hey, I'm back in this lineup. Just leans on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball, and what a play by Miles Straw to rob a home run from Jackson Chourio on the first pitch and first swing that he takes coming back from that injury. What a play.
Miles Straw in there for Dalton Varsho, a Gold Glover. Straw makes a Gold Glove caliber play as Yelich helicopters the bat into the netting.
Hey, Chourio, 1 for 19 at his rehab. As he's all smiles, I wouldn't be smiling for sure, but this kid, that's how special he is. He was 1 for 19 in his rehab starts in Nashville with 8 punch-outs. Was not swinging the bat well. First ball he sees, first swing he takes, almost drives one out here.
He's a show pony. And he needs the show to perform. He was just going through the reps, taking a lot of pitches too. He wanted to see as many pitches as he could down there in Nashville. As Yelich takes a ball. Well, the lineup starts to feel more complete with Chourio back in there, no question. Even though the Brewers have had great success without him. It's such a different looking lineup with Chourio, and Joey Ortiz is coming back soon. And then you'll have those pieces back. Brewers are hoping to stay healthy, get to the finish line, and get into the postseason with a healthy roster. Got a month of games remaining. One and two the count on Yelich. 2-2 now. That part of center field is the only place an outfielder can rob a home run. That's a 8.5-foot wall out there. Everywhere else, if it's over the fence, it's out. 9 feet up to 14 feet. That's part of the redesign here a couple of years ago. Yelich, the Brewers leader in homers and RBIs. Sitting third right now in ribbies in the National League with 91. He's the DH today. Might see him in left field tomorrow. We'll see. And Yelich hanging tough.
Yeah, you wonder if Murph is going to, how much he's going to tax Jackson Churio's hamstring and continue to play him out in center field. Is he going to go back-to-back days, or is he going to give him a DH day and let Yelich go ahead and play left tomorrow?
Yeah, that's a big question. Yelich, high fly ball to center. Straw eases back, and he's got room for this one. Makes a catch. Miles Straw. Going to be Quinn Priester, sitting on 11 wins. He's won 10 consecutive games to tie a franchise record. Making his 20th start of the year, Vinny. He's 11-2. He has been a godsend for the Brewers this season.
Yeah, it's been 9 days since he last took the mound. Remember, he took the ball in Game 5 of that Cubs series, where he went 4 1/3, 95 pitches, 3 hits. Ended up giving 5 walks up in that one with 4 punch. Now, he's supposed to pitch on Wednesday against the Diamondbacks, but that wrist issue pushed him back to today.
Right wrist injury, little soreness. He said, he told Sophia almost immediately that he was fine. Felt like he could have pitched in a different scenario, but knowing his start was coming back around again this Saturday, Brewers kind of rearranged their rotation, and Priester with that power sinker ties up George Springer, and that's how his day starts.
Yeah, let's take a look at that landmark defense. Behind Quinn Priester, Isaac Collins in left, Jackson Churio back out there in center field. Sal.
Here's Addison Barger, Blue Jays third baseman. Freddie Peralta was brilliant last night. Continued his consecutive scoreless inning streak with 6 scoreless last night. He only gave up 1 hit to this heavy-hitting Blue Jays lineup. Freddie Peralta now 24 straight scoreless going. He's 4-0 in August. And after the Blue Jays enjoyed a day off Thursday, Peralta shut him down. That's
the longest scoreless inning streak in baseball right now at 24 innings. That's It's an impressive month of August for Freddie.
Priester moving back into the rotation between Peralta and Woodruff. Those are the three that started this series. Woodruff against Max Scherzer tomorrow. But Freddie Peralta got the Brewers off on the right foot last night. Bouncing ball, a little bit of a shift is on, and Durbin makes a play for out number 2. See a lot of those if Priester is right. How about Freddie in the month of August, Vinny? This is not only starting to look like
aren't all that important anymore, but don't tell that to Freddie Peralta, what he's been able to do with, my goodness, the 2.58 ERA. I mean, I totally agree that he is going to be in that conversation for Cy Young. He's having a monster season.
Leading Major League Baseball in wins, second in the NL in ERA. Good strikeout numbers still, the whip numbers, and the opponent batting average are really what jumps out to you on Peralta. Very low opponent batting average.
He also leads baseball in opponent batting average with runners in scoring position. Hitters hitting around 160 in that category against Freddie, making big pitches.
Gets better when the situation calls for it. 1-2 to Vlad Jr. He leans out on one, fly ball to left, and Collins is there in a 1-2-3 inning for Priester on a
Importantly, it was just getting his legs under him again. First time he's been on the IL, and especially dealing with a hamstring injury. We know how much he relies on his legs, right? Being out in center field, stealing bases, his speed as well. It's a huge part of his game. So even just being able to stretch it out on a double, making all the outfield plays, that was what was most important for him. And, you know, his teammates and Nestor Corridor in here in the dugout had some fun with him after he was robbed of that homer. They said, hey, hit the gym a little bit more. Maybe if you did some extra push-ups, that one would have gone out. But great to have Jackson Chourio back in the middle of this lineup.
I don't know if he needs to do any extra push-ups. I actually think he'd hit that ball a little bit and it still almost went out. But you know, what a special player, right? To be on the hiatus that long, and you know, first pitch you see, almost hit it out, and it doesn't matter who is on the mound against Jackson Chourio, and it could be the guy's best pitch. He can put a great swing on anything. I mean, it's see-ball, hit ball, and it's a hit tool that you just don't really come across that often.
He plays a pretty simple game, and he is electric. And he played a little center field, little left field, and some DH in his minor league rehab run. And the Brewers took a little extra time with the hamstring injury for Chourio because they were winning. And they were stretching that lead over the Cubs. Didn't want him to have a setback. It's the first real injury that he has had. And they, I would say, probably took a week to 10 days longer than maybe if you were at the end of the year and you're going into the playoffs. Jackson has felt like he could have been playing for a while, but he listened to the Brewers medical team and decided to continue the slow build-up to be fully ready to compete when he comes back. And now he's going to have a month of baseball before the postseason starts. Gausman strikes out Contreras to start the inning. That's his second K. So not the only roster move. Chourio activated. Brandon Lockridge was optioned back to AAA. Did a nice job while he was here, coming from the Padres. And Robert Gasser activated off the 60-day IL and optioned to AAA Nashville. That's a good sign. He's getting close. The casualty there was Oliver Dunn, who was designated for assignment to make room on the roster for Gasser. So there's a left-handed pitcher who's coming back that might be valuable. We'll see if Gasser can get in a position to help the big league club. Certainly for next year and years forward, though, Gasser is a guy the Brewers have their eyes on.
Yeah, he's been throwing the ball well in his rehab starts. And remember what he did last year in his big league audition.
Sal Frelick with a base hit to center field. Clean single to center, first hit of the game for Milwaukee.
Yeah, take a look at that. Take a look at this Gausman fastball down. Actually, I apologize. That is a split finger pitch. And so this is the one that you got to hang with just a little bit. If it does not dive out of the zone, below the zone, that's the one that if Gausman's landing that, he's going to have the Brewers are going to have a tough time against it. But good job from Sal to stay on that pitch.
One out, base runner at first for Andrew Vaughn. Had 3 hits yesterday. Gausman and Priester go about it a lot differently. The results of their pitches would show that. Priester, an extreme ground ball pitcher. Gausman used to be, but he's not that way anymore. And you dialed into his start against the Marlins last time out. What'd you see in that matchup?
Yeah, so they were taking anything down as to make sure that they weren't going to chase the split finger pitch down out of the zone. So he noticed that, so he started throwing fastballs at the bottom of the zone. If you noticed in this start so far, he is throwing more fastballs just to kind of counteract. It's that cat and mouse game. What are the hitters going to do against you? What's their plan? And then counteract that plan with the plan of your own. That's the game within the game.
As you see, he's got a very quick move to first. Like Bieber, Gausman controls the running game well. That's a big part of the Brewers' success, is their running game. Blue Jay pitchers know they have to contain these base stealers as best they can. Good thing for the Brewers, it's not just about stolen bases with their running game. It's the way they go first to third, the way they score from first on extra base hits. The aggressive nature of their base running puts a lot of pressure on the opponent's defense, and that won't change. That's a strike right at the bottom of the zone. Kind of to Vinny's point, we saw a lot more fastballs like that against the Marlins his last time out.
Yeah, that's the one right at the bottom of the zone. This is the one where the hitter reads it with that down angle, and they are wondering, is this the split that's going to break down below?
And now Vaughn rips one to left. It is right at Springer. Hit it like a bullet. That was the splitter, and Vaughn did not miss it, but he lines out. A couple of hard-hit balls in this game already against Gausman.
Splitter hangs up, and Vaughn rifles this right to the left fielder. George Springer, just unlucky right there. 2 outs now. Left
to bat at 110 exit velocity, so he cooked that one. 3 hits yesterday. He's seeing it well right now. 2 outs, runner at first for Isaac Collins. Frelick still at first. Having a hard time with the move of Gausman. You can see Frelick is fighting to get a read on Gausman. Be a good guy at the plate to put in motion. Collins had a key hit last night as well. Drove in a couple of runs, part of that 5-run inning in the 6th. It was a scoreless game going to the 6th inning. Peralta did go 6 scoreless, but in the top of the 6th, the Brewers gave him 5 runs of support. And there were long at-bats, 2 strike hits, and 2 out run-producing hits. Classic Brewers inning offensively in the 6th inning last night.
3 RBIs with 2 outs. Durbin and Collins. Collins with the big double. Durbin before that with a big 2-out, 2 RBI, or 1 RBI, 2 strike single to the opposite field.
Collins hits yesterday off the left side. He's a switch hitter. And a little late on that one. I feel like Gausman uses, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I think he uses the early swings and the early takes with the fastball to give him an idea of how hitters want to pursue the splitter.
Yeah,
because he misses. Vaughn takes that fastball down, almost tells him they're laying off pitches down or the splitter down.
And he knows how to add movement to the splitter if he wants the one to go out of the zone or if he wants it to stay up in the zone.
I bring it up because it's interesting. You know, hitters will tell you all kind of things out there. That's why a catcher-pitcher dynamic, reading swings and whatnot is important. But it's not often that how a hitter reacts to one pitch gives him answers for another pitch.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Well, a 34-year-old veteran, been around a long time.
Collins out in front of it, lazy little pop-up, and Jimenez puts it away to end the inning. Brewers.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all.
Perfect weather. Canadian Air Forces has the air show, very similar to the air show in Milwaukee. That's going on this weekend. You'll probably hear and see more of that tomorrow than today, but they're out on the lakefront doing their thing. It's always entertaining. Don't be scared, Vinny, when the big jets come flying over tomorrow.
All right.
Brace yourself.
Thanks for the warning.
Quinn Priester has had a good sinker so far today. Oh, did you hear one? Did you hear that, Jet?
Did.
Don't be scared. 1-2 to Bo Bichette. And Bichette foul pop. Bichette is the Major League hits leader. 2 of them last night. He's got 171 hits.
And this is where he goes to work, too, with 2 strikes. He talked about an at-bat he had against Tarek Skubal back at the end of July where it was a 13-pitch at-bat, and that kind of got him locked back in.
He's riding a 13-game hit streak. It's a heavy streak, too. He's hitting .442 during the streak. OPS over 1,000. And that's what he does best, shoot the ball into right field, especially when it gets down in the count. He's kind of the picture of the Blue Jays offense. You'll see aggressive swings early, but grinding at bats late in counts.
Yeah, he'll make pitchers do that right there, kind of overthrow. We haven't seen that from Quinn Priester in today's outing so far. Kind of a wild miss, trying to reach back for a little bit extra.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouncer over the mound, coming in, Terang. And Terang about as good as it gets. Makes that look easy. Couple of ground outs for Priester, 1 away in the second. Gives us a chance to hear a word from Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Alejandro Kirk, talented Blue Jay catcher, an all-star this year. Second time he's made the all-star team. He and Contreras were all-stars back in 2022, representing each league. Contreras a starter behind the plate. Kirk is a very good catcher in all facets, and he can really hit. This is a matchup of 2 of the best two-way catchers in baseball, with Kirk and William Contreras.
If you're solid behind the dish, as both of these teams are, you're going to be a good team.
A pop-up. And Terang puts that one away for out number 2. 5 in a row from Priester. And he's really working the ball. Up, down, in and out. Serious movement on some of these sinkers he's thrown. That was a slider.
You talk about finish on your pitches, and Quinn Priester has quite a bit of finish right now on all of his stuff. The sinker moving between 17 and 18 inches. They actually measure how far it's moving across the plate. You think about how far that is. The plate itself is 17 inches.
Bouncer right back to the mound off the bat of Lucas, and Priester will take it himself. The rare 1 unassisted.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Third on that list. Good teams beat the good teams, and the Brewers have certainly done that this year. You think about a 6-game season series sweep against the Dodgers. Brewers swept the Phillies
On the road in Philly.
Got the Phillies coming up next. Labor Day series starts Monday, off day Tuesday, and then 2 more with the Fightin' Phils. Priester's got a good hair going once again. The man can grow some hair, there's no question. He's got a lot of us pretty jealous around here. Caleb Durbin takes a strike. Gosman coming back falling behind 2-0. Durbin is seeing it well himself. Average up to 259, the rookie third baseman. And that's up the middle. Bichette able to knock it down. No chance he's going to get Durbin, even if he comes up with it cleanly. And that's an infield hit. Brewers lead the league in that category. And Durbin is aboard to start this third inning.
And continuing to use the middle to the opposite field. Caleb Durbin just hits this hard ground ball up the middle. Bo Bichette is going to have no chance to get Durbin right there.
2 hits and an RBI last night for Durbin. Now he's aboard to start the third. And here is Andrew Monasterio. Durbin looked runnerish right there. Gausman with that great move. Doesn't give base runners a lot of confidence. A lot of talk about last night's game, and there were a lot of stars of the game. Peralta certainly a big one, Vaughn. But the biggest hit in the game was Monasterio's home run. Shane Bieber was rolling at that time. Had posted 5 scoreless innings, and then Monasterio steps up there and knocks one out. He got a hanger. Powerball home run number 4. That's not what he's known for, but Monasterio opened up the floodgates with that one. Snap throw to first. Durbin's back.
Yeah, that was on a 3-2 pitch as well last night. The hanging breaking ball from Bieber. He was worn down at that point in the game. Kind of that slider was getting flat, and Monasterio made him pay.
0-2 the count. Durbin the runner at first to start the inning. Gausman a long pause here, and he misses. So Monasterio in his last 18 games, it's a pretty good sample size. He's hitting .391. 3 homers in those 18 games, 10 runs batted in. He has stepped in beautifully for Joey Ortiz.
I love the numbers as well that he's been putting up since he's taken over that everyday shortstop role, right? Since he's been out, 10 for 28 with 4 doubles and 2 homers. That's 6 extra base hits right there. And every single one of those hits seems to have been a big hit for the Brewers.
2-2 the count. And he got him. Back pick, not in time. It's a strikeout. Gausman with his 3rd K. He's had 1 in each of his first 3 innings.
It's an elevated fastball right here. That's kind of what Gausman does. The elevated fastball up more traditionally, and then the split finger down. Monasterio not able to get to that one.
It's also important to note these back picks by Kirk. He did it twice. Durbin takes off. Turang fouls it away. Those are by design as well. It's not just on the pitcher to hold the runners and have a good move to first. Those back picks will keep base runners honest as well. And Kirk throws it well.
Yeah, he's an accurate thrower. He's accurate and confident, and that's why you're going to get a catcher like Kirk to back pick to bases.
No balls and a strike to Turang with Durbin at first. Looks like Turang's got an opposite field approach with that swing. 2 hits last night. Leads all hitters in the National League in OPS in the month of August. Hasn't just been the speed game for Turang, it's the power as well. Leads the month of August in slugging percentage as well. Brewers have hit 41 homers in the month, and Turang's got 9 of them. Turang and Contreras have been the big home run threats in the month of August. No balls, 2 strikes to count.
Remember all that talk about the Brewers not able to slug or hit for a lot of home runs. They came into August 23rd in all of baseball with total home runs hit. Now all of a sudden in August they're 5th in just the month of August in total home runs hit.
And a swing and a miss. Gosman with a splinter strikes out Terang. Back-to-back Ks. Durbin still at first base. Game plan's going well for the Blue Jays right now. They're limiting the Brewers' speed game, and Gosman picking up some swings and misses here.
He actually has more success against left-handed batters, does Gosman, and it's because of that pitch right there. Not only does the split dive down, but it also dives away from a lefty, and they run out of barrel like Bryce did right there.
Brings up Churio. He swung at the first pitch his last time up. Gosman, just a couple of years ago, led the American League in strikeouts. As a 32-year-old, that was his second year in Toronto. That was the year he finished third in the Cy Young voting in the American League. That was just 2 seasons ago in 2023. Durbin's out. Gosman picked him off with Churio at the plate. Gosman is pointing at Kirk. That must have come from the catcher on the pitch com, and the inning is over, leaving Churio standing in the box.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm gonna face it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely.
Pointed at his catcher. It was just that little snatch of the glove that was the cue to make the move to first base. It's good work by the Blue Jays. You got to give them credit. They've done their homework. Every team, when the Brewers come to town, know they have to prevent the running game. They cannot let the Brewers get loose because they do so much damage when that happens. And it's a lineup full of burners up and down. Ty France on the ground and through for a base hit. France getting to start at first today. Trade deadline acquisition. And France is aboard with the first hit of the game for Toronto.
Yeah, Priester wants the ball on the ground, but this one passed the sliding Andrew Monasterio for a leadoff base hit by Ty France.
A lot of questions about France's playing time. When Springer returned from the concussion, he came from the Twins to the Blue Jays. Today, Guerrero is the DH with France at first. Brings up Andres Jimenez.
He was acquired along with Louis Varland from the Twins at the deadline.
Lazy little pop-up, shallow left field. Collins is in, and there is out number one.
Hey, Monday is Labor Day, and the Brewers are celebrating with $1 hot dogs. Watch the crew battle the Phillies to cap off the long weekend and enjoy $1 dogs all game long. Get your seats at brewers.com/tickets.
Yeah, note the start time, too, on Labor Day. It's a late afternoon game starting at 3:10 first pitch. We'll hit the air at 2:30. And then the next day, Tuesday, is an off day, and then the series resumes with the Phillies. It's a little bit of an unusual series setup with a game, an off day, and then 2 more games. But what a series that's going to be. The Brewers are going to face the Blue Jays, the team that is contending for the best record in the AL, and then the Phillies in back-to-back series. Phillies have a chance as a division winner and potentially the best record. Brewers do have some distance between themselves and the Phillies. 5.5 games starting play today. Top 2 spots are the key among the division winners. That gets you the bye into the division series. You get to avoid the wild card. There's a liner into center, and it's down a base hit. France on his way to third. Throw comes into second, and safe at second. Miles Straw with a hustle double.
That's the speed of Miles Straw right there as he dumps his base hit into center field. You see how shaded that Jackson Chourio is playing Miles Straw in that right center field gap, and that ball takes a little bit of a bounce, and it takes a second, just that extra click for Jackson Chourio to set his feet to make a strong throw to second base. And that little click allowed Miles Straw to get his left hand in there for a hustle double.
Straw making the most of a start here today. He had a home run saving catch, and now a double at second and third with 1 out. Top of the order, George Springer. Springer's going to get some MVP votes this year. Cal Raleigh's going to win the MVP in the American League running away, but Springer at age 35 is having a huge season.
His 5th in all of baseball with that 928 OPS on the season. Last year he struggled just trying to put the ball in play, trying to avoid the strikeout. This year he's just letting it go, and it's paying off for him. The 24 home runs, 67 ribbies.
Springer's 4th in batting average coming in the American League, hitting .301, 24 home runs, and those 67 RBIs. He missed a little time, a couple of weeks with a concussion, end of July into August. There's a strike right down the middle with a slider, but you could see in the reaction of Springer that's got some bite to it. He buckled his knees. Big spot early for Priester. Scoreless game in the third, second and third. One of the Blue Jays' best hitters at the plate. Right off his foot.
Got him in the first at-bat with a strikeout on that sinker. He throws a 3-1 sinker right there, and Springer having all kinds of trouble trying to square up that pitch because he tried to pull the hands in. He's got a lot of late movement right now on it for Quinn Priester.
Infield in for Milwaukee here. 3-2 the count. And a little pop-up. Terang will make the call and the catch. And Priester able to retire Springer. That's a huge out. Second out of the inning. It'll allow the defense to get back to normal depth. And there is a pathway out of this inning now for Quinn Priester.
That was a big pitch to get George Springer to pop out to the infield. Not able to get the job done is George Springer to get the runner home from third base with less than 2 outs.
William Contreras, well-timed visit to the mound. Give his pitcher a little breather. Talk it over with Barger. Barger can be an ambush hitter. He likes that first pitch. And he's got a lot of pop in his bat. Guessing that was part of the discussion. Barger grounded out to third his first time up. Let's see what Priester has in mind for him. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't rather face Guerrero in this scenario, but Guerrero is a struggling hitter right now. He's also right-handed, and Priester's slider has been excellent. Might have had a tone of be careful here to Barger. We'll see. And Barger, a shot. Oh, Monasterio, throw to first in time. And that is the backup shortstop. How good are the Brewers defensively? Monasterio with a...
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it
Blue Jays strand two. Despite their 2 hits, they cannot score. There's been a little mound work between innings here. Kevin Gausman having the grounds crew come out and work on the mound. The mound's been an interesting topic of discussion here. I spent a little time with
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it.
Well, it's shown up in some of the pitching numbers, especially the sinker ball pitchers like Ashby and Uribe, who has a power sinker. And it's kind of showing up today, as you mentioned, with Quinn Priester. His movement numbers are a lot more significant than his average numbers on the sinking fastball. Something interesting to watch. I think for Gausman, it was where the hole that Priester has been digging that didn't quite fit his landing spot all that well.
Was it the landing spot or the push-off foot?
Yeah, good question. I'm not sure, because they were out with intent. Chourio rifles one back up the middle. Jackson Chourio has found the barrel twice. He got robbed of a homer in the first, and now he's got a single to center field to start the 4th inning.
That 2-0 pitch, right down the middle at 93. Jackson puts a nice easy swing on it, puts his head down, and right back to business. Jackson Chourio after 29 games off.
They might need to repair that part of the mound that just made a hole where Chourio's line shot. You can still see the the scar from that line drive. Now it's Yelich. Churio hit that one 114 off the bat.
Jeez.
Just to give you an idea.
When we talk about these numbers, these exit velocity numbers, really anything, I mean, over 105 really is a rocket. Anything over 110 is kind of unheard of. I mean, that is special coming off the bat.
Like Stanton territory.
Yep.
That's going to skip away from Kirk. He tried to backhand it. And Churio to second base. That'll be a wild pitch. Splitter that got away from Gausman. Now the Brewers with a runner in scoring position.
You see Kirk just kind of reaches for that one. Yeah, just lets it get by him. Churio up 90 feet.
All that work on the running game and the pickoff of Durbin, the attention that is being paid to the Brewer base runners, and that's got to feel like a giveaway for Gausman to wild pitch him there. Probably more so for Kirk. Every good catcher worth his salt would tell you he's got to make that play, either block it or backhand it.
A lot of guys try to backhand it or just kind of scoop it, but typically they kind of shift their bodies over to do that. Anytime you reach, you're going to be in trouble.
See if Yelich can make him pay for it here. Nobody out. Runner at second. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. A split finger fastball. And a strikeout for Gausman. That is his 5th.
That's that good split, especially as actually landing the split finger pitch in the zone a little bit more, and that's keeping the hitters honest that they have to go ahead and offer at that one below. That was the good one.
Of the 5 strikeouts, 4 have been on the splitter. 1 out, runner at second for Contreras. First pitch strike, top of the zone. That can make things difficult. Churio, fast runner at second. Contreras late on a fastball. Back-to-back heaters from Gausman.
He's got the Brewers hitters in between right now. In between, late on the fastball and ahead of the off-speed pitch, the splitter.
Blue Jays just stranded 2 on in scoring position in the bottom of the 3rd. Brewers with a runner in scoring position for the first time today. One and 2 on Contreras. Scoring chance for the Brew Crew. They had a swing and a miss. It's another strikeout on the splitter. The 6K, 5 of those on that pitch.
6 Ks through 3 2/3 now for Gausman. It's got a lot of late action on it. You see the tumbling action. That one would have been a strike anyway. That's tough when he's landing it in the zone.
2 outs, still a runner at second for Frelick. Frelick had a base hit on a splitter his last time up. And he pulls that one, gloved by France. Race to the bag. Frelick is out. Gausman got over there quickly. And a good hookup between France and Jr. to start it for the Jays, then Bo Bichette, then Kirk. And Quinn Priester deals strike one to start it. Priester had a lot of swings and misses early, not so much in the last couple of innings. And that one is a pop-up in the air. Still getting some awkward-looking swings, though, which is a good sign. And Vaughn puts it away for out number one. Send it down to Sophia Minnaert. What do you have, Soph?
Well, Quinn Priester getting a couple extra days as he works his way back from just that right wrist soreness he had from his last start against the Cubs. And talking to Jim Henderson about that, he said, they gave Quinn a lot of credit for just recognizing that it wasn't serious enough to go on the IL, but just how much he would benefit from getting those couple of extra days. He said Quinn is a really smart, thoughtful, diligent worker. And so for him to have that awareness, a really good sign for him. And he said really the changes that he's made since they acquired him in April, he said it's just the foundation of the daily work, the confidence in his routine. He has finally found a process that works for him, right? And as often as you hear players say, you got to trust the process, you got to trust the process, you can only do that so much until you start getting those results. And Quinn has started to get those. And he's been doing a daily journal system since that May relief appearance against the Cubs guys that keeps him really focused on what he needs to do every day, just like what Corbin Burns used to do. So those results are coming for him now.
Yeah, I like what you said, though. Thank you, Sophia. How about another great play by Monasterio, by the way? But the trust factor is really what has been the key in this organization. Monasterio just backspins one off the turf by design and makes another excellent play.
Yeah, so I love what Sophia said too, with how you have to trust the process, yes, but at some point, this kid had a 6.23 ERA in his career before he came over to the Milwaukee Brewers. So how are you going to continue to trust it when you're not getting the results? And all of a sudden now that he is, it's easy to trust. And it's easy to trust, Chris Hook and Jim Henderson with some of the changes that he's implemented, because now, where would the Brewers be without Quinn Priester?
Yeah, no question. Fields that one on Kirk, makes it look easy at a 3-up, 3-down inning. 8-pitch inning for Quinn Priester.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are.
The Cubs in the National League Central. Brewers' magic number, elimination number to clinch a postseason berth is 11 today. We're not even in September yet. First ball swinging, Andrew Vaughn. Taking a little different approach with Gausman, and 1 pitch and 1 out on the F4. Right now, the Brewers with the best record in the big leagues. They're 6.5 clear of the Cubs. Cubs actually are tied with the Dodgers as far as record goes. So they still have the 4th best record in the National League. Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers, and Cubs are actually one of the top 3 records. And so while in Chicago, it is feeling like the Cubs are wasting opportunities, the Brewers are just pushing into a level that they have not been able to gain any ground.
Right.
What'd they go? The Brewers went 18 days in that stretch when they won 14 in a row. They went 18 days without losing a game in the standings. They either stayed the same or gained for 18 straight days for 3 weeks.
Even Craig Counsell was quoted in saying, hard to pick up games, hard to win the division when the other team's not really helping out and winning everything. They could only control when they were playing the Brewers.
Those are the records right now. No team to 80 yet other than the Brewers in the majors. Collins pops this one up. There's some room over there in foul territory. Barger makes a catch for the second out. 2 pop-up outs for Gausman in this 5th inning. The Tigers have 79 wins. They won last night. Blue Jays, of course, lost to the Brewers, so the Tigers flip-flopped with the Blue Jays for the best record in the American League. But they're at 79 wins. There's no other team to hit 80 yet in the majors.
Yeah, but they feel it from a couple of opponents in the American League East coming for them, right? The Yankees won 6 in a row. The Red Sox are playing extremely well. They're 3.5 back of the Blue Jays.
Sox lost to the Pirates last night.
Yeah, they faced Paul Skeens in that ball game.
American League East, John Schneider has his team at the top. 3 games up on the Yankees. 3.5 on Boston. Still will be a 3-horse race there. Hot ground ball, but right at the second baseman, Jimenez. About as good as it gets. He makes a play. A 1-2-3 inning for Gausman.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it
All of those diehard fans a standing ovation. So a good way to honor some of the best Brewers fans out there.
All right, Sophia, thank you. Good call on that. Sophia's a big celebrity here in Toronto, you know. There's a lot of Brewers fans here.
Right.
So they're trying to figure out why there's so many pictures being requested of this young lady walking around town, and she's had to spend a little extra time with the fans here in Toronto.
It's understandable.
More so than other road cities.
Well, Sophia's a celebrity everywhere we go.
Yeah, she's global superstar, Sophia Minnaert. Costa Rica to the United States to Canada.
Well, B.A., you were just here. You got the place warmed up for us.
I let him know you were coming. How come everybody, wherever I go, asks me about Sophia? It's the first question. And then Pat Murphy. In that order, always. How are your surroundings down there, Sophia?
Oh, this is a big league setup down here.
Yeah.
The Canadians are great hosts. Great hosts here.
The Fighting Hazel Mays. That's a swing and a miss. Lucas strikes out to start the 5th inning. Pretty wicked slider that time from Priester.
Look at the bite that this pitch has on it. And he's spinning a tight breaking ball right now. Both the curve and the slider working for Priester so far. And if you can get a lefty to swing at your slider like that, go down to a knee, you know it's got some bite.
There's a strike to Ty France. This was the part of the order that put a little something together in the 3rd. Otherwise, Priester has been locked down. France had a single up the middle, hit a hot shot on the ground that snuck through. Monasterio's been a human highlight reel out there today so far. Miles Straw had a home run saving catch for the Blue Jays. So we've seen our fair share of gems defensively already. Contreras thought he had a ring up.
It's a sinker at the top of the zone, a comeback sinker. And take a look at where this pitch ends up. It's unhittable right here. This one starts off the plate up and then comes down, almost clips the top of the zone.
Slow roller, going to be a tough play. Durbin coming in, don't throw it. France beats it out. And it'll be an infield hit.
Yeah, Ty France able to beat that out. No one, you know that one was hit just in no man's land. Not a fast runner, pretty good play, an attempt by Durbin, but yeah, Ty France able to just leg this one out. Yeah, perfectly located little bouncer for an infield hit. Nice job by Durbin to barehand it and throw a strike over to first, but just too late.
So France is aboard. Here is Andres Jimenez. See if Priester can get that ground ball double play here. Priester's had three up, 3 down innings. That is the 3rd hit by the Blue Jays. Blue Jays have only had 2 extra base hits so far this series. Kirk's double yesterday, and then Straw had the double in that 3rd inning.
Interesting that the Blue Jays already have someone up and warming in the pen. Gosman's pitch count is fairly healthy at this point. It's just at 68 pitches.
Priester with big movement on that fastball. John Schneider did send Bieber back out for the 6th inning last night and then had to take him out. We wonder if that's on his mind as well. They're trying to not minimize the innings, but just be more careful with the innings. Blue Jays know they're going to be a postseason team. There's a bouncer, foul. That's all part of the discussion. The regular season is one thing. You want to get as high as you can, get to the top 2 spots in the division. That's the goal. But you also have to set yourself up for the postseason. Brewers are doing the same with some of their starters. 1-2 the count. Jimenez, opposite field approach, fouls it away.
The only thing curious about that, though, BA, is the fact that they do have 6 starters in their rotation right now. Eric Lauer, remember, is in their rotation. You have Scherzer, you have Chris Bassett, Jose Barrios. You know, now that Bieber is in their rotation, that's 6, including Gosman. So, wonder what's going on if they do take him out.
Yeah, it's worth a follow-up for sure. We'll see. A bouncing ball. Here comes Terang. He'll flip it. Monasterio throw to first. And a double play. Quinn Priester Just what the doctor ordered. 2 for the price of 1 to end the 5th.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent. I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, I'm feeling discontent.
As Jacob Mizrowski's father has Parkinson's disease, battles through it. And that's a nice little story for him, and all the funds being raised. First ball swinging, Monasterio, a pop-up just in front of the Blue Jays dugout. There is out number 1. So we did a little investigative reporting between innings. Yariel Rodriguez was throwing. That was him just running down those stairs. We talked to Joe Siddle, the terrific analyst of the Blue Jays, and he's cracked the code for us, Vinny.
Yeah, he said that he just likes to throw a little bit of touch and feel, almost as if he's like a starter warming up to come into a game if he's going to throw. Remember, he signed from Cuba last year. He made 21 starts in the big leagues for the Blue Jays.
So there's a little bit of a deke.
He deked us.
Yeah,
he
it's a
deked
little
me.
bit of a pass fake.
That didn't fake you out.
No, I didn't.
Too savvy for you.
I couldn't figure out why he was throwing with Gausman rolling along like he is, but no idea of. I mean, your first thought is he injured?
Right.
Is
exactly.
Gausman injured? But he's just doing a little throwing, and that's normal. And the Blue Jays announcers know that better than anybody. So thanks to Dan Schulman and Joe Siddle.
You hear the story about Joe? His last game ever playing in AAA.
Joe Siddle?
Yeah, last game he was going to quit.
He's a catcher.
He's going to quit. He's coming to the ballpark to tell he's going to hang him up. And then they said, well, we don't have a catcher for today. You're in the lineup.
Was that in Pawtucket?
Yeah, it was in Pawtucket.
Okay, got it.
And then he said, okay, I'll catch one more game. And he caught a perfect game. Tomaoka.
Caught a perfect game.
Perfect game.
And then he quit.
And then he quit the day after.
Yes.
What a way to go out.
Yeah, that old line. You don't retire from the minor leagues. You just quit.
That's right.
Joe's turned into a great announcer here. Great analyst. Man, what a story. What a game to go out on. A perfect game. Isn't there a Josh Mauer connection with that?
Did he call the game?
I don't know.
He told me the story. I don't think he was calling the game because this was way back in '98. So Mauer was in middle school or
Joe's
something.
like 58 years old.
Yeah, right.
Maybe Mauer just knew the story because he was in Pawtucket. There's a swing and a miss. And Terang is out. 2 gone here in the 6th inning. Jeff Levering was a Pawtucket guy. Then Mauer. There's a ton of those guys in the major leagues, including Dan Schulman's son, Ben, who is not here, but does Blue Jays radio.
He was in Pawtucket as well.
He went to Syracuse. I'm sorry. That was Don. Don Orsillo was a Pawtucket guy. There's Dan and Joe. Joe's the one with all the hair. Just in case you were wondering which is which.
Both great guys.
Gotta be.
Both Canadians. There's
two great guys.
Lehner and JM. I call Josh JM.
Is that right?
Pretty clever.
How does he receive that? He looks pretty transfixed right now, Josh Mauer.
Whose innings are they? Are they Josh's or
Well,
Lane's?
it gotta be Lane's, right? 1-1 to count on Churio. And a lazy little fly ball to center. Straw coming in. And Gausman with a quick 3 up, 3 down inning. We are still scoreless after 5.5.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feel of discontent.
Yeah, he is locked in today. You can see how he's finishing through release. He's really got that good arm speed working, a good balance, good finish through the baseball.
Miles Straw has the only extra base hit in the game for the Blue Jays. Had a double to center field his last time up. They've got Straw shaded to the opposite field in the outfield, and then he kind of punched one into left center. Took a big bounce when it hit the ground, and Straw is so fast, was able to get to second base. That's a little tapper, and Priester got no chance with that guy. Man, another little infield hit. That's the second in the last 3 batters. Some bad luck here for Priester.
He's been able to pitch around it, however, and this is just a little tapper right down the third base line, and Miles Straw is just too fast. Legs out a base hit. Now you got to watch for him to steal.
And now it gets dangerous. Third time through the batting order. Top of the order, here's George Springer. Straw is a threat to run. And Springer on the ground, got a chance for 2 here. Durbin out at second, and the bad throw gets by Vaughn. And Springer on his way to second base. Oh, the Brewers had it right there for him, and a rare throwing error by Terang.
You don't see this very often. Bryce Terang sails the throw on a pretty easy tailor-made double play. Durbin gets it started, little chopper to him. Good feed, good quick feed. It just throws it up the line a little bit, does Bryce Terang. Does not happen very often.
Instead of a double play, nobody on. Runner at second with one out for Addison Barger now. Priester's got to bear down here. And a line shot through for a base hit. Springer's going to be held around third. And the throw comes in. I tell you, Vaughn had it out if he could pick it. Frelick put that throw in the perfect spot, knowing Springer was being held up. Barger had a big turn at first. It's first and third now.
First pitch. Addison Barger barrels it up right into the hole, and they hold up Springer because of the throwing arm from Frelick. And yes, if that's a tough little in-between hop, but you're right, PA. If Vaughn picks it, he does have it out at first. You see how Springer is held up late, and he slides to get back, a little pop-up slide to put the brakes on.
Well, now you need the double play ball. Dangerous hitter coming up, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Signed a 14-year contract early in the season. And that's what kind of settled the Blue Jays in, knowing they have their guy. One of the faces of the franchise here. Had a hamstring injury, missed 6 games in 8 days. He's come back. This is his 6th game back, and he's been in a slump since returning. Priester crowds him with a fastball.
You got to be very careful against Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on the inner part of the plate. He's so quick inside. Got a short, compact swing for a big guy. He's got a safety zone down and away.
Scoreless game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. First and third with one away. Priester deals. Guerrero takes a ball. Priester got a double play to end the inning last inning. Guerrero at 21 homers, 72 driven in. And a big violent swing as he fouls it away. That was right down the middle with a fastball. That gives you a little idea that he's not at his best right now, Guerrero. He usually doesn't miss those.
No, the timing is just a little bit off for Guerrero as he misses that one late on it.
See what he does. 2-2. In the air, center field. Churio gets behind it. Springer running. Throw comes in wide, and it's a sac fly.
And he allowed Barger to move up to second base with the errant throw from Churio, missing the cutoff man. You could tell that that's all Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wanted to do. He was fist pumping as soon as that ball was off the bat. He knew it was going to be deep enough to score Springer from third for a 1-0 lead for the Jays.
Churio just a little over anxious here, allowing that runner to advance. No chance you're going to get Springer. A wild throw in from Churio. And because of that, Barger to second base. This normally tight Brewers defense has let Priester down here in this 6th inning. The double play that was not turned leads to a sacrifice fly and a runner at second base with 2 outs. Chris Hook out to the mound. And a quick word from Rally House, Wisconsin in order.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume.
Major League hits leader. 0 for 2 today with a couple of ground outs. Blue Jays have been swinging early in counts, and Bichette's no different. That's 4 consecutive batters that has swung at the first pitch against Priester.
He's been getting ahead early in the count, and Blue Jays trying to jump him.
Inning started with an infield hit, a swinging bunt. Then a double play ball that wasn't turned. Springer reaching on a fielder's choice, went to second on that throw. A Barger single and a sac fly. Good pitch, just missed. 2-1 to count on Bichette.
Got to be really careful right here with the runner in scoring position against Bo Bichette, who's leading the big leagues with. He's the hits leader.
Now swing and a miss. How about that breaking ball? That is a nasty slider from Priester.
86 miles per hour. Look how much this thing bites. Look at that little dot on it. It just dives down and away when it gets to the cutout.
Nick Mears in the Brewer bullpen. You're hoping Priester can get through this 6th and give the ball to Mears in the 7th. Priester trying to fight his way through it. An inning that shouldn't have been. 2-2 on Bichette. Barger at second, and Bichette lays off at that time. Full count. A walk is not the worst thing. Get a good hitter due next in Alejandro Kirk. But you can choose to be careful here with Bichette. Full count. See what Priester has in mind. A swing and a foul tip right into the middle of Contreras. Got him with a slider.
The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where my steps still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spend all my life holding all of it closely. I'm faded innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I'm faded innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless.
Strikeouts thus far. Brewers have 3 hits in the game. Here's Yelich. He'll start it, then Contreras. If anybody gets on, it'll be Vaughn to follow Frelick. So you're in the right part of the order. Priester could use a pick-me-up from his offense right here. Remember, Quinn Priester is trying to win his 11th consecutive game and set a franchise record. That's a good start. Yelich goes down the line with a base hit. It's going to tuck into the corner. Yelich on his way to second. It was bobbled in right for a moment. And Yelich will settle for a double. Leadoff double by Christian Yelich.
Yeah, he thought about going to third because of that bobble, and he smartly put on the brakes. But this is a hanging split-finger pitch, and Yelich is all over it and drives it into the corner. That is a good start. Brewers have been able to muster nothing against Kevin Gausman so far in this one. Let's see if they can push one across against him.
Here's Contreras. One swing of the bat. The Brewers could grab the lead here. And Contreras has been on a home run binge lately. Defensive swing, threw him a first pitch breaking ball. Contreras sitting third on the Powerball home run leaderboard right now with 16. A lot of this damage has come post All-Star break, though. Yelich still the club leader in homers and RBIs. Great speed at second base, the tying run. And Contreras late on a fastball. He fouls it away. It's 0-2.
He's trying to hit something hard to the right side of the field to move Christian Yelich up 90 feet.
Contreras hit 3 home runs on the last homestand against the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Bouncing ball. That'll do the job. Humble approach. Contreras puts the ball in play with 2 strikes. It gets Yelich to third base with 1 out.
That's a team at bat right there from William Contreras. You can see his teammates applauding him right there. This is an 0-2 fastball, and he just kind of plays pepper with it to move up Yelich. Look at it. He's just looking, making sure that Yelich is able to get over. He's actually applauding himself. Great job by Contreras to move him up.
Now let's see if Frelick can pick him up. Brewers have the get him on and get him over part of this equation covered. And we'll see if Frelick can get him in. Infield in for Toronto. Interesting choice here with Frelick at the plate. Guessing Yelich would go on contact in this situation. We saw Mears last inning. Charlie Green's got Koenig loosening now. Tying run at third base. Gausman deals and Frelick takes, and Yelich almost thrown out. Wow, that was close. Yelich didn't go down. He didn't slide and left himself a big target for Barger.
He did not have that big of a secondary lead, and actually they bumped knees. And Yelich just able to get back.
Wow. Yeah, he ran into Barger. That could be an obstruction call. I think the Brewers would probably try to get that call, but we play on. That was close. 2-0. And a little half swing. Here comes Yelich. He will score. And wait a minute. What do we got here? Frelick is out. They did get the tag on him. And Yelich comes in to score.
Yeah, there's your tying run. Get him on, get him over, and get him in. And you can see Gausman frustrated because this is not good contact right here from Frelick. In fact, that's kind of not even a half swing. It's about a quarter swing. And Yelich, he was off on contact, able to score easily. And again, that is why you put contact on. Anything soft in the infield, you're going to be able to score the guy from third.
As brewery gets.
Yes.
I wasn't quite sure. Las Diaz had an emphatic point. He was just calling the out, though. My eyes were on the plate with Yelich. I thought there was a possibility of obstruction on that play, but it was not. It's an RBI for Frelick to tie it up. And now Vaughn up there with 2 outs and nobody on. Tied him up with a fastball. More fastballs here by Gausman in the 7th inning.
The reason why they couldn't pitch around Frelick to set up the double play with Andrew Vaughn at the plate is because Sal Frelick would have just ran first and third.
2 outs, a run is in. Started with a Yelich double. A half swing, swinging bunt by Frelick.
They've been doing it all year, this team. Score any way possible.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This is one of those spots you just want to send one into the seats right now. Just when Gausman is feeling a little unlucky, feeling like he's at the end of the line here in the 7th. See if he can catch a mistake. Andrew Vaughn here. 1-2 the count, and Vaughn a little late on it, fouls it away. Gausman's been giving up some homers on the fastball this year. 12 home runs against Gausman this season on his fastball. That's a high number on a single pitch.
20 total home runs. 10 against lefties, 10 against righties. 12 on that heater. Just doesn't throw quite as hard as he used to.
I feel like he's lost a little bit of feel on that splitter right now. He's thrown 2 in the dirt. See if Vaughn's sitting dead red here. 2-2. Vaughn late on it. Fouls it out of play. Just what you'd expect from two teams that have been at or near the top of their respective leagues for a good part of the summer. 8 pitch of the at-bat against Vaughn. 2-2 the count. And Vaughn fights another one off. He's sticking with the fastball here. Priester looks like he's done for the day. 6 innings, 1 run unearned. No walks, 3 Ks. Another terrific outing for Priester. If nothing else, this at-bat by Vaughn is going to send Gausman probably to the end of his outing. 2-2 the count. 10 pitch of the at-bat. And that one is a called strike 3. Got a generous call. Vaughn is out. Deserve better. South.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm only facing it
Gruber Law Offices, 1 call, that's all. Call to the pen. Here comes a big lefty, Jared Koenig.
Yeah, 24 holds on the season. Yeah, 3 days off, 3 much needed days off for Jared Koenig, who's been used quite a bit in this long stretch of games.
Another terrific outing by Priester. He is going to take a no decision in this game, so he won't lose the game. His winning streak is still intact. 10 in a row. He'll go for the Brewers franchise record by himself next time out. He's tied for that record currently with 10 straight wins.
The Brewers are trying to keep his 15-0 stretch going. The Brewers are 15-0 last 15 times that he has taken the ball, just in terms of winning the game. If he can take the lead and keep that stretch going to 16-0.
Kurt, Lucas, and France scheduled to hit. Lucas will probably be pinch hit for. Matter of fact, Davis Schneider has already moved on deck. That one's in there. 95 with a fastball from Koenig. There's Schneider, power hitter off the bench. He drove in 2 runs yesterday. The only 2 runs of the game for the Blue Jays. 2-2 the count. Lead man up in the bottom of the 7th in a 1-1 game. And he goes. Kurt chased one. Backdoor breaking ball from Koenig. Out number 1 here in the 7th.
A good pitch right there. Especially this pitch is effective away with the breaking ball because of the work that Jared Koenig did on the inside part of the plate with the fastball early in the count. And gets Alejandro Kirk to go fishing for that one.
Davis Schneider will pinch hit. Lucas 0 for 2 against Priester. Not sure. I think Chris Hook wants a mound visit. And home plate umpire Mike Easterbrook finally gives him that chance. Hook was walking up the steps but couldn't get the home plate umpire's attention. Pretty typical when a pinch hitter is announced that pitching coach will go out for a scouting report, and that's the case here.
Hey, today's Tavern of the Game winner is Meister's Place Incorporated in New Richmond. If the Tavern calls the Milwaukee Brewers by 10 a.m. tomorrow, they will receive 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This offer is courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite.
Tight game here in Toronto. It was that way yesterday until a 5-run 6th inning for the Brewers, and they won 7-2. But this one has been well pitched. 1-1 as we play with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Schneider, did he go? He did not. I'm trying to decipher Laz Diaz's emotions out there.
Deked you on that.
He almost deked me right there too. Did you see him raise that right arm? I thought he was going to start the lawnmower for a second, and then he went with a very casual safe call.
Yeah, Schneider's going to get a heavy dose of breaking balls right here against Jared Koenig, but now all of a sudden Koenig's fallen behind 2-0. Very good fastball hitter in Schneider. Have to locate it if you're going to throw it.
They tied him up. How about that fastball? 97. Looks like it, for a right-handed hitter, I'm guessing, looks like it's coming at your hip.
Right.
And then it just knifes back over the plate.
So far across his body, Jared Koenig.
Schneider 2 for 10 as a pinch hitter. That includes a double. He's kind of emerging into that bench bat for Schneider. John Schneider, that is. He was raving about Davis Schneider yesterday, but even acknowledge he is a pull power hitter. He wants to pull the ball in the air. Koenig will try to prevent that here. 2-2 and a swing and a miss. He got him. Nasty breaking ball from Koenig. A curve and back-to-back Ks to start this 7th inning.
Yeah, hitting 200 against breaking balls against left-handed pitching. Davis Schneider, and Koenig tried to get ahead with the breaking ball early, wasn't able to do so, and then throws a good one late to get Davis Schneider to strike out.
2 outs. Here's Ty France now. He's 2 for 2 today. Reached on an infield hit, a swinging bunt his last time. Takes a strike. Koenig starting to pop the clutch here. That one his best fastball yet at 98.
3 days of rest for Jared Koenig has done him well. He's going to finish off this inning.
France has some power. Got to mind that. He's been a big home run hitter throughout his career. And he tried to hit one out with that swing. A backbreaker. And it's 0-2. Koenig a chance to strike out the side. 0-2 pitch. Missed with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball, and it didn't look like he missed by much.
Difficult to catch, right? If it just misses the location, it kind of handcuffed William, especially with that kind of velocity.
power against power here. Koenig in France. France had a 20-homer season and an all-star year with the Mariners a few years ago. Jay's got him from the Twins. 2-2 the count, and he got him out in front of a curve. Jared Koenig strikes out the side in the 7th.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it The pain I felt is paid for.
Major League average is around 8%. Brewers have to be patient with Dominguez.
There's a little work on the mound once again. Second time they've had to come out and do a little maintenance on the mound. Put some clay in front of the rubber. So here we go. 8th inning, 1-1 game. Brewers won last night. Chance to win the series with a victory today. And Seranthony Dominguez will start it against Isaac Collins. Bottom of the Brewers order here: Collins, Durbin, Monasterio. Brewers just scored last inning on a Frelick RBI groundout.
It's going to be mainly fastball, sweeper, split finger pitch for Seranthony Dominguez, who will mix in a sinker and a curveball occasionally.
And a hard hit ball through for a base hit for Collins. Isaac Collins singles to start the 8th inning. Back-to-back innings, the Brewers have their lead man on.
Okay, good start. Collins all over this fastball. And look, left-handed hitters are hitting 286 against Seranthony Dominguez. Just 127 right-handed hitters are hitting. We'll see if Caleb Durbin is going to be bunting right here, as it's a right-on-right matchup.
2 hits yesterday for Collins. He's got another one today. Durbin reached on an infield hit in the third. And not showing bunt, takes a big swing and a foul ball. We saw Brendan Little yesterday. That's when things unraveled for the Blue Jays in the 6th inning, but John Schneider's got him up and throwing currently. Jays bullpen has struggled here in the last 30 days. Durbin on the ground, gloved by Barger. They get the out at second, throw to first, a double play. They go around the horn, 5-4-3.
Yeah, Sir Anthony Dominguez, 40% ground ball rate. And Barger starts it and gets the 5-4-3 double play pretty easily right there.
Bases empty, 2 outs for Monasterio. Tell you what, we have produced King Vaughn t-shirts. If Monasterio hits one out here, we may have to do something similar.
Monarch Mono.
I like the idea. I'm workshopping a name right now.
Okay.
Mona. The Mona Lisa. See if Monasterio can get himself on base. 2-1 to count. He says his new batting gloves have given him extra power. He's got some electric batting gloves.
Lime green, hot pink. Just makes sense, right?
And he shoots one back up the middle, a base hit. It's not a home run, but it's another hit. Monasterio hitting near 400 his last 19 games, Vinny. This guy is swinging the bat so well. Unexpected offense from Monasterio.
Incredible feel for the barrel right now, and his timing is impeccable. On time for the heater, gets one, and just shoots it right back up the middle for a 2-out base hit.
And he's fast, and that's the go-ahead run at first. Top of the order, Terang. Terang hitless, 0 for 3 in this game. Sitting on a 12-game hitting streak.
Dominguez has given up 17 stolen bases on the year with just 4 caught stealings. Remember, he was with the Orioles. Different catchers behind the plate with the Orioles.
Monasterio's got a huge lead over there. It's been hit or miss in his career, Dominguez. He's been as lights out as you can be. And then he's had his struggles. Broken bat. And Jimenez will take care of Terang. He's 0 for 4 today. Brewers strand a run.
Pat Murphy and plenty more coming up. Plus, get you set for Sunday's showdown. Woody against Scherzer. It only gets better, guys.
Yeah, no question, Kreger. Good call. And here's where things change a little bit for the Brewers with Trevor McGill out, the closer. Now Mears goes into this 8th inning role. 1-1 game. Andres Jimenez will lead off. Mears, Vinny, who has been functioning as the closer for the starter most of the year, getting out of a ton of jams, now gets in a more leveraged situation here, minus McGill.
Yeah, pitching in the 8th inning here in a tie ball game. Last pitched on Wednesday against the Diamondbacks, gave up a home run against Perdomo. That game and that loss on Wednesday, that was game 3 of that Diamondbacks series. Looking to get 3 key outs right here.
8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Blue Jays, and a swing and a miss. Mears, while the fastball is good, it tops out 96, 97, but his slider has been the reason he is who he is now, and he's had this career year. They have fine-tuned it, changed the shape, and he's a strike thrower with that breaking ball.
Like most relievers, right? He is sharper with some rest, and so he is on 3 days of rest at this point in today's game. The slider just seems to come out a little bit sharper when he is well rested.
Jeff Hoffman is the Blue Jays closer, and he is getting ready for the Brewers' 9th. Whether it's tied or whether the Blue Jays have the lead, he'll be on. Tight game coming right down to the wire here. This is a good one today. Blue Jays got an unearned run in the 6th inning. Brewers tied it in the 7th on a Frelick RBI ground out. A swing and a miss, and Mears strikes out Jimenez. Good way to start the 8th. The last 5 Blue Jay hitters have struck out.
That's a well-located fastball down and away to Andres Jimenez. Just throws it right by him. Good power fastball from Mears.
And now Straw, the speedy center fielder. Craig Cashon mentioned his home run robbery. He turns on that one, base hit. Collins able to cut it off. Straw's thinking about 2, and he'll hold up. Excellent play by Collins. Cuts off an extra base hit. Straw has his 3rd hit of the game. It's only a single, though. And a man is on with 1 out for Springer.
Yeah, without Varsho going down, Miles Straw wouldn't even be playing in this game. And he has 3 hits. Turns on this fastball. A really nice play by Isaac Collins to keep him out of scoring position.
Things that don't show up in the box score, but they are important. See if Mears can get a double play ball now. Springer takes a strike. There's that slider. That was the get-over version. Mears has a nastier version that gets a lot of swings and misses. He's been big for the Brewers all year. How many reclamation projects have the Brewers claimed over the last few years? Mears is one of them. Koenig from independent ball to a high leverage role. McGill. They've all come up big. 0-2 the count on Springer. Straw looking a little jumpy over at first.
Gotta keep your eye on him.
He is a burner. Contreras throws it well behind the plate. All tied at 1. 1 out, 8th inning. Mears fires and in the air. Got in on his hands. A fastball from Mears. Terang puts it away. There is out number 2 and a big bat to retire.
What a big pitch. You can get George Springer out at the top of the zone, in the zone. He won't chase above the zone, but he will swing and miss the barrel on pitches right here. This is a perfectly located and a great scouting report to execute. Good call by William Contreras. 2 outs now.
And Pat Murphy on his way out. You got Addison Barger, a left-hander, coming up. And it looks like
Let's see what version of Aaron Ashby we get today.
Clement pinch hitting for Barger. First pitch down and away. Clement's been good off the bench, especially against lefties. That's his role. It's occasional starts, but mostly he's a bench bat.
Even .342 against left-handed pitching this year.
Drops in a big curve.
It's 3 for 6 against left-handed pitchers in these pinch hitting situations. Is Ernie Clement. Biggest at bat of the game.
All tied at 1, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Straw, speedy base runner at first. Here comes Ashby in the air to center field. Chourio on the run. Chourio makes the catch, and the inning is over. And the move pays off.
Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step, still hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Break out, I've got to see. Spend all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, I'm feeling discontent. I'm finally facing it all.
Clement stays in to play third after that long fly ball out to end the inning. Ashby comes on, gets that final out. And here we go to the 9th. Watch his first pitch with Jackson Chourio. His first game back from the injured list. And a defensive swing for strike 1. Chourio had a home run robbed by Straw. It was over the wall in center. Straw brought it back. That was his first at bat. Singled sharply in the 4th, and then he flew out to center in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. How's this for no big league at bats in over a month? The first swing he took, and Straw made the catch. Robbed him of a homer. 1-1 pitch. Chourio, fly ball to right. Got some carry to it. Springer is back, and it is up and gone. Jackson Chourio sends one out of here to put the Brewers ahead. 2-1 Milwaukee on Chourio's 18th. This kid is electrifying.
Well, this kid is unbelievable, B.A. Hits an opposite field bomb in his 4th at bat back after a month hiatus on the injured list. How about Jackson Chourio putting the Brewers up 2-1?
A silencer here. Now Yelich goes deep into left center field. That's got a chance. It is gone. Back-to-back Jacks. 3-1 Brewers. opposite field.
What a swing by Yelich. A pitch after Jackson Chourio goes deep. It gives the Brewers the lead. Yelich extends the lead by 2 to 3 to 1 now. His 27th of the year. Oh, great swing by Yelly.
Here's Vaughn now. Takes a first pitch. Slider inside. What a thrilling sequence that was. In the matter of 2 pitches, the Brewers go from tied at 1 to up 3 to 1. Contreras certainly has the pop to keep this going. And if you're Jeff Hoffman, man, his struggles are real right now. Contreras 0 for 3, couple of Ks. Chourio's was just such a high rainmaker. You weren't sure when it left the bat. I don't even think he clipped it well. But it had so much backspin. Carried over that 14-foot wall. Contreras, little half swing foul.
Yeah, 361 feet. This is the slider from Hoffman. Man, I do not think he got that either. Right off the little bit off the end of the bat. Brewers dugout erupting, and then how about that pitch that Yelich drives out of here, down and away, sinker at 96, and giving some love to the bullpen.
Yeah, Yelich tagged his, no question about that.
Yeah, that was 104 off the bat, 105 off the bat from Yelich.
6th time the Brewers have gone back-to-back. Chourio was involved in the last one as well. He and Terang back against the Nationals. July 13th, last time they've gone back-to-back. Contreras, a roller on the ground. Here's Bichette. And there is the first out of the inning. Immediate activity in the bullpen. Gabriel Rodriguez.
Yeah, so this has been the story for the Blue Jays as we see Uribe getting ready to close this one out. But only the Rockies have a worse bullpen ERA than the Jays since the All-Star break.
They are gasping for air right now, their bullpen. Swing and a miss, Frelick. And they addressed those needs at the trade deadline with Louis Varland and Sir Anthony Dominguez. Thought they had those pieces in place. Hoffman had a really good first half as a closer. That's the right move. Most managers do that. You bring on the closer at home in a tie game. But it has backfired today.
He is in the first year of a 3-year, $33 million deal as well. And you can hear the Blue Jays faithful not too happy with his performance today. Hearing the boos.
Frelick had the RBI that tied the game in the 7th. On a little half swing, swinging bunt that the pitcher Gosman fielded. Yelich was running on contact and scored. And you're witnessing the full range of the Brewers offense right now. The contact, balls in play, but then the power that they flexed with their 2 aircraft carriers, as Vinny calls them, as Frelick draws the walk. And the Blue Jays fans with the boo birds coming out. 3 runs on the board for Milwaukee, and for every Brewers RBI this year, Northwestern Mutual Foundation is funding 5 hours of childhood cancer research. Northwestern Mutual and the Brewers proud to partner in curing childhood cancer. Here's Andrew Vaughn now.
Yeah, you're right, B.A. I mean, you just look at on paper the lineup now with Jackson Chourio right at the top of the order. Where do you get outs at this point? Terang, Chourio, Yelich, Contreras. I mean, Andrew Vaughn hitting 6th in today's lineup.
Still have Rhys Hoskins coming back. There goes Frelick. Vaughn on the ground. And Clement will make the play. Stay out of a double play by putting Frelick in motion. Runner at second with 2 outs now. That'll bring up Isaac Collins. Abner Uribe preparing for the 9th, and he'll have to earn it. Vlad Jr., Bo Bichette, Alejandro Kirk. If anybody gets on, it'll be Davis Schneider. Collins with 3 hits in this series. 2 yesterday, had a single his last time up. Oh, and 2. Runner in scoring position for Collins. Can he add one more? Brewers lead 3-1 on back-to-back homers. Churio number 18. Yelich is club leading 27th. 2 hits for Yelich today. Churio's got 2 hits in his return and had a home run robbed by Straw. Hoffman deals at 0-2. Collins, that ball's hit well left center field. Got some carry, and that's going to split the gap and go to the wall. Sal Frelick is in. Isaac Collins with his second hit. It's 4-1 Brewers.
That's a big insurance run right there by Isaac Collins. Just rifles this double into the gap on an 0-2 pitch, a mistake pitch from Hoffman. Look at this pitch, supposed to be up, down, right down the middle. You don't want to go right there against Isaac Collins, and barrels up a double to extend the lead at 4-1.
3rd hit in the inning. It's going to be the last batter faced for the closer, Jeff Hoffman. And he will exit 2/3 of an inning. Brewers have scored 3. Collins with a 2-out, 2-strike RBI double. Rodriguez is coming in to face Caleb Durbin.
Interrumpimos este video.
The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I've made it innocent, a feeling discontent. I'm not facing it all. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless.
Brewers will take that extra run out there at second base.
Here's Caleb Durbin now with Collins at second. Uribe preparing in the bullpen. It is a save situation currently. And he's the only one down there right now, so you would imagine even if Durbin delivers this run, You'd still see Uribe. Might not have him tomorrow. Uribe's actually been great in back-to-back days. He's only given up 1 earned run when he's pitched in the second of back-to-back outings. More movement, actually, when he's a little fatigued.
Right, on that sinker.
Brewers a chance to win the series with 3 more outs. They were down 1-0. Blue Jays scored on the 6th. Frelick tied it with a little ground out after Yelich had doubled to start the 7th. And now 3 runs in the 9th. 1-2 the count with 2 outs to Durbin, and he fights and fouls it off. You can see some of the most unusual swings and foul balls with 2 strikes with this team. It's like a whole lineup full of Bernie Carbos. If you go back a few ways, you don't know that reference.
I don't know
That's
Bernie Carbo, but
that's because you're too young.
I'm going to go ahead and look that up. That fighting mentality, though, from this team, up and down.
And then he homered on the next pitch in the World Series. Bernie Carbo. In the dirt, Kirk blocks it. Bernie Carbo had probably the worst swing in World Series history to foul off a pitch. And then he went deep into right center. I only bring it up because our director, John Walsh, refocuses him immediately. I think John was at that game.
I think he was too.
Just shaved his mustache, actually. Here's a 2-2. There you go. That's a Bernie Carbo right there. You see that swing?
I'm in. I'm looking at
Barely
it
fouled it
YouTube
off.
right now.
Now, if Durbin hits a home run to right center here, that'll officially be a Bernie Carbo.
Half swing to stay alive.
There you go.
Yeah, Durbin has been known to do that.
If you know, you know. It's okay if you don't. 2-2. And down he goes. Not a Bernie Carbo, but a successful 9th for the Brew Crew. Back-to-back home runs, Chourio and Yelich. Junior is 0 for 2, had a sac fly to give the Blue Jays their only tally in the 6th. Uribe, an electric fastball with movement. Aren't many pitchers who throw 100 miles an hour that sink the ball like he does. He's also got a great slider. 2-pitch pitcher. Guerrero, 21 homers on the year. He's hitting .290. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one misses. 2-1 to count. Uribe's added this wrinkle this year where if the hitter is attentive to him early, he will pause on the mound right until the clock gets to 0. Broken bat, foul ball. Bat head's fair, ball is foul.
Just sawed off Vlad Guerrero Jr. on this 99-mile-per-hour sinker. Look how much movement. Starts on the plate away and ends up about 6 inches on the hands, off the plate, on the hands of Vlad Guerrero.
Brewers would prefer to have that reversed, where the ball was fair, the bat head went foul.
Right.
New bat for Guerrero. 2-2 the count. Got Bichette on deck. Uribe was good yesterday. Low stress 9th inning for him and a 7-2 lead. And he misses with 99. 3-2 the count.
Has not thrown him a slider yet.
Guerrero's got a good eye. He's among league leaders in the American League in walks. 4th in the league in walks coming in. And he got him a strikeout. Guerrero, a foul tip right into the middle of Contreras. It is out number 1.
First slider of the sequence against Vlad Guerrero Jr. Threw him all sinkers up until this pitch. And it got that front hip, front shoulder pulling off a little bit. Vlad Guerrero just swings right through it.
It's a case where all those pitches prior lead to that one. That wasn't a great location, but he was bailing. "18 innings, has not allowed an earned run in this stretch here for Uribe. The month of August, essentially. Oof.
Wow.
How about the run on that? 98. That almost hit him.
Yeah, you get one of the best hitters in the world swinging at that.
I think it would have hit him in the chest if he didn't foul it off.
I think you're right. Oh, my goodness.
1 ball, 1 strike. Had a better cut, 1-2 the count. Uribe deals outside. 2-2. Bichette today is 0 for 3, couple of ground outs. Had a big strikeout in the 6th inning against Priester. Had a man on in that inning. On the ground, Monasterio got a late break, and that's through. Looked like Monasterio may have slipped on his way. And Bichette's got a base hit. Unlikely he'd have thrown him out anyway. Bichette, very fast runner. And the Blue Jays have a base runner here with 1 out.
Just a knack for the barrel, this guy. Barrels it up, inside outs it right up the middle. And Mona got a little bit of a late break on that. Blue Jays have a base runner.
Uribe is a power pitcher, but he does get a lot of ground balls. Alejandro Kirk. Kirk is 0 for 3. First time he's had an at-bat with a runner on base today. On the ground, chance to finish this game right here for 6-4-3 double play. And that's it. Monasterio to Terang, turn up 2, and the Brewers win again. Abner Uribe notches the save, and Milwaukee continues their run through the month of August. They are now 85-52 for the year. Their 21st win in August, and they have taken the first 2 games here in Toronto, Vinny.
Back-to-back wins against one of the best teams in all of baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays. The Brewers got out another one, get a couple of key home runs late in the game, and especially from that kid right there, Jackson Chourio. BA, how about the Brewers are now 16-0 when Quinn Priester takes the ball? Another quality start from him.